This is what we got materials. Just had all these delivered. We got all these panels here, solid panels, same as normal. It's all our gravel boards and posts. All our bags. Well, it's not all of them, most of them. Some have already gone up. Some of this stuff's actually already gone up as well. It's a long way up. All uphill. Very difficult. Up here, so we got the line through. Yesterday was just clearing this basically all the way through, all the way up to the top. Lots of stuff like this to take out, lots of metal. The old posts are actually on spurs. They're like sort of spurs you spike in the ground. I call them really like repair spurs, or not like a concrete spur, like a metal one. I'll show you. See, it's still quite overgrown. Let's turn the radio off. And this is the upper end of the garden. So we've got a few sections in so far. We've got these in here. So we've got 5-foot panels, 6-inch gravel boards, 8-foot posts, so we've got plenty of posts in the ground, and we're having to step this all the way down because of the fall. Walk through here, I'll show you what we've got up from this side. You can see, have a look from this side. So you see what we've got here is 3 sections up, the clamps to hold the panels to the posts whilst we are getting everything set in place, and whilst the concrete's going off, those clamps there will hold it. Once we move down a few panels, we'll take the clamps off, and then we'll put the clamps on the next panels, and you don't have to leave them on there for long. It's just for, half an hour or so whilst it goes off. It goes off pretty quickly, stuff. What we're going to have to do here is fill these up with cement, these frogs, because if we don't fill those up with cement, this ground could sag and all our stuff will fall out of level. So we'll fill these up with cement and stop the gravel boards from dropping. If you don't do that, you end up with a fence that looks all wobbly. So what I'm doing now is I'm going, while the other guys are bringing the materials up the hill, or halfway up the hill, and then we'll bring the rest up as we go. Otherwise, if we bring it all in one go, we don't really want it all in one place in the way, so we'll just put it exactly where we need it down the line. This stuff here, we've already brought it up, it's just over there. So we've got the first few set in here. We've got a string up which goes all the way down. It's about 45 metres roughly down here from top to bottom. So we've got a string all the way down, which is nice and straight. That's our line. Having to step these boards down, these panels down, because obviously everything's square, so we can't put them on an angle because it just doesn't work with this style of fencing. You have to have it all level and plumb. So if you're going downhill, you have to have a step. So we'll just put the steps through and make them all even as we go all the way down. Unless the gradient changes drastically, he won't change it. Keep it the same. I like it all to look uniform and smart. So ideally, you could have a piece of wood that's the right length here to mark out your hole spacings. We're actually digging on the exact same post holes here, which is awkward, but at least I know exactly where my holes are going to be. So whilst those guys are bringing that stuff up, I can carry on coming through here and digging, getting all these holes prepped down to about the summer house here. It's about 10-12 metres or so. So about 5 more holes. Yeah, 5 holes or so, something like that. And they'll be ready. Not bad digging, to be honest. It's not too bad at all. We've got soil on top, which is dark. We've got dark soil on top, which is nice and easy to dig. It's all pretty clean ground, and below that is this thick clay. This whole area is on clay. So as soon as you get down to that layer, it's just clay all the way. It's horrible. And that's why the ground's so wet as well, because the water can't soak away. So the main thing now is just getting these holes dug, get these old repair spikes out, which are these. I've already taken some out. I'll show you. There's one over here. These things, they're about 2 foot long. Post goes in the top, that goes in the ground. They hold up for a little bit, but eventually they blow over and they look rubbish. So don't use those if you can avoid it. Put them in concrete. You only get a 3-inch post in those as well. You can get bigger ones, but you're asking too much of, you know, the product really. It's not really going to hold up a big fence, is it? So maybe for a small fence you could use them, but I wouldn't really bother. If it's a small fence, it's only going to be a small hole, so you might as well just put them in concrete and do them properly. These are what I'm digging out. So I've dug about halfway down next to it. That should be enough for me to wiggle that out now. Get in behind it, push it back over this way now. Now I've made some space. I can bring that over like that, give it a wiggle, and I'll get the back of the spade in there, lift it up, and then that one's gone. Out. See? In soft ground, they're not that difficult to get out, but that also means that they're not going to be that difficult for the wind to blow your fence over, so don't use them if you can avoid it. I'm going to crack on and get some more of these dug now. I just watched that back, it looks ridiculous, doesn't it? So I've got a big, massive pair of chopsticks and I'm going furiously at the ground trying to eat it. So you can see now, look, the ground has completely changed colour down there. At the bottom it's just clay and just above soil. So pretty good. Sometimes you get clay up to about there, but we've got clay a bit lower here, so that's good. On the tools, day 2, dry. Yeah, yesterday was really soggy towards the end of the day. It was soaked. Straight in the shower when we got home to get washed up. Yeah, so today hopefully we're going to get much further down. You know, a lot of the hard work was done yesterday. We got rid of all of the old fencing, got a lot of the new stuff in, and all the rest of the new stuff's now here. So we can now start going down from the top of the garden down to the middle section and get all the fencing up. Getting all that old stuff out yesterday was pretty rough, especially when it started raining all afternoon. So I'm happy to be going back down the right direction now, back towards the van. Put some shorts on in a minute because I'm actually getting quite warm now, but it's probably about 10 degrees, so it's not really that cold at all. If it was colder, the ground would be a little bit, you know, firmer. We wouldn't get so much mud everywhere, but it's not. It's saturated. It hasn't stopped raining this month. This is just beginning of February now, and it's been raining all of January, I think, pretty much. It's all flooded around my local area. It's pretty crap. So hopefully the rain will slow down a bit, and then it will start drying up. But at the minute, it's not raining now, so we're really happy. Get on with it. Boulders for shoulders. That's all you need for this. green zone. No twisting, no back bending. Oh. Evidence. Hang on, there's some shit underneath it. Yeah, hang on, there's some shit under that.
If it went up a touch, we would be in about the right place for the next gravel board. So I think we'd want to come up a touch. Okay. Right, probably.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Brick or something. Was it? That's absolutely fine. That's going to be solido. That'll do. Right. That's in level. Next hole's dug there. Let me just check that again. Bang on. Let's get the panel in there. Move this clamp. Get that clamp up there. Whew. Tough work, but we're getting there. Right, these are soaking wet and brand new, that's why they're wetted, son. Slot it in there. Drop it down there gently. Lovely job. Get a clamp on this side. You see that from there? No. But I think I've shown you already. Right, that's in position. Drop looks good. Let's get another post. Weigh about 60 odd kilos these are only 8 foots as well. Like I say, these are the big ones, the heavy ones. Not the little 3-inch ones that don't last as long. In fact, let me show you. So this back section here, like you see, that's over 4 inches. There's 112mm wide there. So on this side, again, just over 4 inches. So these are the chunkier posts. That's why they're heavy. But with these posts, I'm not going to have any problems. And these are dry cast as well. They're not wet cast, so they're much stronger. Yep. On the post you got a smooth edge, which I like the smooth edge to be the side that you can see as you're looking up at the fence, and then on the other side it's a rough edge. So basically I think that's the top of the casting, and the post lays in the casting face down, so the smooth edge I have looking in the direction where people are going to look at the post, you know, they look a little bit neater. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Alright, clamp on that. Good to go. Another tough day on the tools. We got quite a lot done today. It's, as I said, just a real exhausting job, this one, but happy to have the work, and it's looking really good. Fence looks really good. Customer's really happy, so we'll have a big day tomorrow because we got everything in the garden now. All of the cement posts, gravel boards, panels, it's all in there, it's all ready to go, everything's in the right place. So we've got a line up, we got about 14 more panels to put up, sections to put up. We'll do at least 8, 9, maybe 10 tomorrow, and then Friday will be a much easier day. Might not even need like 3 of us Friday, probably just do 2 of us on Friday, but a lot of the hard work's all done now, so we can get that job buttoned up, I think, tomorrow, pretty much. And then yeah, short day Friday. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm knackered. My legs are spent, my calves are spent. It's not easy, and it's heavy going, this job, but we're doing it, and it'll all be finished soon. Just going home now. Day 3 tomorrow. Probably get much more done. Might even be close to finishing, but we'll see.